It is the holiday shopping season, and as you and I and your mom know, the only thing worth picking up for people are video games.
Well, it's the only thing I want, Victor Lucas. Also got my toucan, so I'm ready to go.
That's right. Welcome to Reviews on the Run. Welcome to the show, everybody. It is part 2 of our holiday buyer's guide. Yesterday, we took a look at Xbox One and PC. We helped a few people out, got some good suggestions, so make sure you watch that episode.
That was really nice of you and Jones to do that for people.
That's what we do.
I know.
We
You're
like to
doing it
help.
again today.
Yes,
You're doing more of that today. We've got more suggestions today as well. Talking about the PS4 right now, though,
That's
which
right.
has been my console of choice for the past year. I feel like it's just getting going, though. We're getting at more good stuff.
Yeah, and it's been the console of choice for a lot of people, and there was a pretty decent amount of good software to pick up at launch. One of them, which I still have fondness for, was Killzone Shadowfall, which got better with more DLC and more content in it.
I gotta tell you, I fell in love with that game.
Yeah.
Not thinking I would even come close to falling in love with it, and I did. It just got its hooks in me, and I keep thinking about it as well.
That's a good game.
We're losing the signal, soldiers. Recapture those uplinks.
We know that you want to talk and hear about the PlayStation 4 titles of 2014 of merit, and one of them was Infamous Second Son and its fantastic DLC, First Light.
Some people weren't in love with the story, like myself, as much as I wish that I could have been. I mean, it's an okay story. I wish there was more to it, but of course you can see our review at epn.tv. It's still a great game, though.
Yes.
It's still beautifully done. It really shows off the power of the PS4, which I love. And the fact that you get a DLC as well, you can get that bundle, which is great, getting to know Fetch and her story.
Yeah, and really it's about the visuals and the next-gen fidelity, and that's a great example of that.
Of course, the only downside being that, nope, can't think of anything. This is pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Another great example was MLB 14, which looked amazing on the PS4 and a must for baseball fans in your family.
Absolutely. Even
Or
though
if
the
you
baseball
are one.
season is over,
Yes.
I'm going through the jitters, Victor Lucas, the baseball jitters.
Well, if you've got sports jonesing, no pun intended, going on right now, you might
Yeah.
want to check out NBA 2K15, which for my money is the best sports game on the market again this year. It's absolutely astounding, an incredible piece of software, and an example of the commitment from the team at 2K.
Unloads. It's good. This time the assist from Rome.
There have been lots of good titles that have already been released, like Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor is a beautiful experience on
We didn't
PS4.
even talk about Destiny.
Destiny, which was definitely heavily hyped, and there are absolutely some issues with the game for a lot of people, but man, it is
Still so much
addictive,
fun.
and it's long, and there's lots of DLC coming and lots of cool challenges. And the thing that's amazing about that game is that it doesn't stop being fun, even though you're grinding and collecting new armor. It's got a lot to offer,
Right.
but it does feel like this next gen of consoles is taking a while to get going.
If you want to talk about grinding and
Yeah.
fun grinding, let's talk about Diablo 3 because
Yes.
that is so much freaking fun. That is probably the #1 game that I played the most on my PS4.
And it was a surprise, too. We weren't expecting it to be so ridiculously perfect for the console.
True, that was a surprise. It's so much fun. I know you probably don't want me to mention this, Victor Lucas, but Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare just came out on the PS4 a little while ago. You didn't enjoy it so much, but let me tell you something. This game is one heck of a good time.
It's quirky. It's a cool experience. If you want a shooter but without the gore, that's the experience to get. Now, if you want a shooter with the gore and the vibe and the mechanics, Wolfenstein: The New Order is incredible. It's a really solid game. Very visceral. You kill Nazis.
You kill Nazis, so I
never
mean,
have too much
there's
of that.
a lot of fun in that.
Yes. It's old school,
Yeah.
but so much fun. And it's another example of what next-gen visuals and experience can look like. Even though it has old school stylings and old school game mechanics, it feels fresh.
Okay.
Because it's different now, you know? People have moved away from this. A perfect example is Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
Dude Bros.
Yeah, for the Dude Bros, but also for the Titanfall fans that have a PS4 that don't have Titanfall on their machine yet. This has got all of the sci-fi armature and weaponry that you could ever want. And obviously, these guys have been looking at what Respawn has been doing with Titanfall to kind of
Absolutely.
emulate some of those mechanics.
I
It's
have
going to
not
be a
been
lot
a
of fun.
fan of Call of Duty in the past, but this game looks phenomenal, and I feel like they're really trying to win more of an audience over.
Yeah.
I'm going to jump on board with this one.
Now, Dark Souls 2 came out for PS3, did not hit the PS4 this year, but Namco has got Lords of the Fallen, which looks pretty cool, and then we've got the Sony game called Bloodborne. They actually worked with the Dark Souls developer. That comes out next year, though. That's not going to be on the
Well,
Temple
something that's out right now, we have definitive editions of Tomb Raider if you're looking for a Lara Croft adventure. That's out there and been out for a while.
We need to get up there somehow.
But there's also a definitive edition of Sleeping Dogs, which honestly is so much fun. I know the game did well, but I feel like it could do so much better. There needs to be more people picking up this game and playing it.
Totally.
If you love Grand Theft Auto,
You're going to buy Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PS4, which is also out.
for sure. But this is still an amazing gaming experience. So much love went into this game, and we're going to see more in years to come with this studio and with this character.
I love Sleeping Dogs,
Yeah.
and not enough people played it, and now's your chance to check it out with all of the enhancements.
I just feel like there's been so many amazing
have
games
been.
already on
Yes.
the PS4. So if you don't have one, now is the time to get one because we can build that library now, which is so nice. And for me, still, if I had to choose between the two, you know what I'm going to say. I just like me some blue right now, and I can't.
Well, you know,
stop it. I can't turn it
the
off.
PS4 came out at a lower price, came out with a cooler controller. They also came out with a lot of indie love, too, which is kind of cool, and cross-buy support if you're into the Vita or PlayStation TV stuff.
People are going to ask which one to get this holiday season if they had to choose.
I'm still kind of leaning in the PS4 direction myself.
I know.
A lot of great choices
A lot
there.
of dough to spend.
You can also buy if you don't have a PS4, you can also get that Destiny White PS4, which is so cool.
It's pretty.
Yes.
It's a pretty console.
Anyways, a lot of good choices there. Hope you've been writing things down, maybe on your touchscreen with your index finger. Stick around. We'll be right back. And when Scott Jones is going to join me.
Ooh.